Let's take a break from all the bad economic news, shall we? Today I'm going to feature a local band I think you'll enjoy. Bill Steely and Where's Dave has a soothing folk rock sound. To me, lead singer Bill Steely is reminiscent of one of my favorite artists, Dan Fogelberg. Bill shares the stage with talented and fine musicians Bruce Rose, Jerry Herman, Marjorie Sachs, Elizabeth Bruce, and Dennis Pacienza, all of whom have pretty consuming day jobs, but they devote as much talent and energy to their music, and every song they perform is original, no covers. You may have heard them on Bob Sherman's WFUV show, Woody's Children. Today they're gracing the performance stage on A Town and Village 2. I'm Alice Bloom, and Where's Dave?
It's colder down in Florida than it's supposed to be this time of year. Driving up the coast from Tampa, first the sky is black, then it's clear. Clicking like a metronome, medicine is dripped into the vein. You drift like a fishing boat, farther out than you can hear my name. Telephone rings by the bed, I hold the earpiece to your head. It surprises me the strength you have to push my hand away. Nurses who keep dropping by say let's give this another try. It's just one drop of blood we want, it's just another pinch. And I'm gonna take you fishing when I get you out of here. Stop for donuts on the way and walk down to the pier. Sit with you all afternoon, drifting out of line. We'll be doing okay, catching us sometime. We'll be doing okay, catching us sometime. I'm gonna take you fishing when I get you out of here. The winds have shifted and the currents bring these tiny boats back to their ports. You could be in Levittown 40 years ago building tree forts. You sit up and look around, ask if anyone has fed the cat. She squeezes your hand tenderly, says it's good to have you back. When I look around the room, I just see tubes and red balloons. You look 10 years younger in the green glow of the TV. I could almost feel the heft of the souls who never left. This is someone else's bed, I hope that you can hear. And I'm gonna take you fishing when I get you out of here. Stop for donuts on the way and walk down to the pier. Sit with you all afternoon, drifting out of line. We'll be doing okay, catching us sometime. We'll be doing okay, catching us sometime. I'm gonna take you fishing
Well, welcome to all of you. Thank you for joining me here tonight.
Well, thanks for having us.
You're welcome. It's really been a pleasure to get to know you. I really enjoy your music tremendously. How long has the band been together, Bill?
Well, in different forms, we've been together for about 20 years, but this
Really?
particular incarnation of the band's been together about 3 years.
When you say in different forms, different combinations of musicians? Or?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I first met Jerry about 20 years ago, and we started playing together then, and we've been in a lot of bands.
Okay. And how did you all meet? Did you have, connect through other friends, or? I mean, I met Bruce
Pretty
first.
much, yeah.
Sure.
I met Bill through a mutual friend, actually.
Okay, and you thought it was a good fit. Have you ever had to evict somebody from the band? Has anybody not been a good fit?
It's been like an evolution.
Not really.
It's like an
Yeah.
organic thing. It's an evolution. People come, people go. However, I am proud to say that I've been drumming for Bill for almost 20 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that right? And you've never thrown the sticks at him yet?
No.
Bottle caps.
We get along. We've been pretty good friends.
No,
for that time.
I think you all seem to get along so well, and it shows in the music too. The music is so mellow, so lyrical, and you seem to enjoy it.
You have to have chemistry. You can't play with people who are not into you or you're not into them. If they're not into the music, it just doesn't work.
I would think that would come out, and yet, of course, we hear about rock bands that have fantastic blow-ups, and of course, people seem to like that. I don't know if it comes out in the music, but I suppose if it's very raucous kind of music, it would feed into that. Now let's talk a little bit about what you guys really do in your day jobs, okay? Just because I think it's really fascinating and so compelling that this isn't the only thing that you do, and yet you do this so well. It is so professional. Bruce, what do you do?
I'm a technology manager at a financial company.
Okay, pretty consuming. You're the guy I'd like to have come live in, okay? I have a couple of questions for you.
Okay, I'll see you after the show.
Jerry, what do you do?
I'm a dentist. I've been a dentist in Manhattan for about 20 years now.
Okay, oh good. All right, well, I'll see my dentist tomorrow. Okay, Marjorie?
I'm a social worker, and I train elementary school students to be mediators and to how to deal with conflict in schools.
Okay, so this is very peaceful for you, I would guess.
Yes.
Nice,
very
nice
much
respite.
so. Yep.
Okay, Dennis, and what do you do?
I'm a kitchen and bath designer, and in addition, I do a lot of music in other forms and different people.
Do you play with different bands as well?
I do several.
Boy, I mean, I'm just amazed. I mean, you've got families too, I mean, I assume, or, a few other commitments.
Yep.
Maybe they're happy to have you out of the house. Is that it?
I think so.
Only kidding. I'll have to talk to them.
Take out food.
You have a running order with Pizza Connection or something. Bill, what do you do?
I'm in advertising mainly, but I also have a restaurant, and I do a lot of things.
And you're all in the New York City area, and some of you live in Westchester, some of you live in New York City. Right?
Dennis is in White Plains, Jerry's in
I
Manhattan.
live and work in Manhattan.
Okay.
Liz works and lives in Manhattan.
Okay, and Liz, what do you do?
I'm an ESL teacher, and I also have a couple other music projects, bands, and stuff.
Now, do your colleagues at work, or in your case, your students, in your case, I guess students also, do they know what you do? Do they know what you do?
They have to know what we do. They have to come to the shows.
That's right.
Oh, all right, so it's a
right.
command performance. No, seriously, do your colleagues know that you have this strong commitment?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yes. And I actually had a student once come up to me and he said, "Are you in a band?" So he had heard about it. I guess somebody that you knew, Bruce, I think.
And did they think that was okay? That was cool?
Oh yeah, that was very
Okay.
cool.
So it doesn't diminish your credibility in the world of work.
No.
Okay, nobody says to
No.
you, you're distracting yourself from what you should be doing.
No.
No, we would leave that.
I don't think any of us really let it get in the way of our, jobs or careers. It's just something, a passion that we have outside of our careers.
Okay,
Yeah.
and how about your bosses or your superiors? I mean, people are cool with this. They don't
Well-
say, oh, Monday night you were planning to go to rehearsal. Sorry, I need you. None of that.
Well,
Yeah.
Bill runs his own company, right, Bill? And
Right.
yeah, and I run my practice. I have 3 partners, but I'm one of the principals. I don't know what else.
My boss is one of my biggest fans.
There you go.
You might-
Drinks the Kool-Aid. Right?
My boss has come to the shows also. So
Isn't that great? And how about your families? Are they all supportive of this as well? I mean, I don't know all of you that well. I know Bruce. I know you've got a family with young kids.
yeah, they're really into it. They really enjoy listening to the music.
Okay. How about the rest of you? I mean, families are on board, or
Yeah.
Oh yeah, very
Yeah.
much so.
The kids all play, you know.
do they?
Yeah, they all have their own instruments. 2 of them play piano. One plays violin. And actually, 3 of them play piano, 1 plays violin.
Okay. And do they enjoy seeing you up here performing?
I think so. Yeah, they come to see us. They've come to see us at the
Yeah,
watercolor.
all
It's
of
a-
the family members have come to shows, and we've seen wives, kids, husbands, girlfriends, all of it.
And all that works. And even, do any of you have teenagers?
I have
I
a
do.
team. I have
Yeah.
And they're totally humiliated. You don't embarrass them, no? I mean, that's the age where sort of if you breathe, you embarrass them. But but they're good with that. I
When-
think that's great.
When my oldest daughter was born, I had a show at a place called the Sun Mountain Cafe in New York City. And my then wife called me up and she said, come to the hospital. I was playing in the Village, and she was at Beth Israel Hospital. She said, come to the hospital, I'm in labor. I said, well, I go on in 15 minutes. Naturally, I dropped everything and went. But it was probably 3 weeks after my daughter was born. She was in one of those little carriers and right there by the stage. And I was back at the Sun Mountain Cafe playing.
Isn't that great?
Many
So
of
they
the
kinda grew
songs
up
that
with it.
Bill has written, he has written to his wife and to his children
Yeah.
specifically.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Well, we wanted to talk a little bit about that. And I mean, who writes all the songs? Everything's original. You don't do cover songs.
We do some cover songs, yeah. But most everything is original. I mean, certainly everything on our CDs are original. We have 2 CDs out, and we have enough material to start recording another one.
Okay.
So-
And so who writes the songs?
Well, I've predominantly written the
Pretty much Bill?
songs.
Bill's the genius behind.
But other people also contribute. Like Liz and Marjorie and I have just formed like a little songwriter circle where we get together outside of the regular Monday night rehearsal, and we contribute, and we have been collaborating on some material recently.
Okay.
Actually, that's where Bill and I met, was at a songwriting workshop.
That's right.
And we started to collaborate on a song.
Now, this is new to me. I didn't realize that there were groups of people who write songs and, get together to, I guess, communicate and share ideas and strategies. Commiserate maybe a little?
Yeah, and it's a collaboration. Some people they do it in a lot of different ways. That's been an ongoing evolution for us and discussion about how to actually collaborate. And there are a lot of ways to do it.
Well, what comes first, the lyrics or the music?
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
The big question.
Everybody's different in how they write a song. Some people are inspired by the music and they're inspired to write a lyric. Other people come up with a nice, lyrical hook, and they build a song around that. And it's almost always unique.
Will you do another song for us?
We'd be happy to.
Very good. Another song from Where's Dave?
There's a girl at the piano up on
talk a little bit about technology. Music business is very different than it used to be, where you had to get signed on by a record company or a label before anybody could hear your music. How has it changed? How what are you able to do now that you couldn't do before?
It's opened up a lot of avenues to us, actually, because we can have websites now. I guess we have a website where both records are up, and you can listen to MP3s and download them and so forth. So.
Do you have any idea how many people listen to your music on the web, or how many people download them?
I could probably find out, but I don't think I
You don't
necessarily
want to
want to.
I mean, it's sort of a two-edged sword, because you can put yourself out there, but so can everybody else. And there's
Right.
a lot of competition,
Yeah.
I would think. Who here is responsible for PR? Or
Actually, we
The
all
IT
we
guy,
all kind
Bruce?
of
No,
do it.
we all kick
Yeah.
in actually.
Yeah.
yeah. And so, how do people access your music? If you download it, you pay by the song. Is there-
Theoretically, I guess that's the way it works.
Oh, I mean, I know. I thought they closed down the sources for you to do that.
Well, I don't really know. It's all I know is that it'd be very tough to make a living as a musician today, as opposed to what it was maybe 10 or 15 years ago. We sell CDs at our shows, so that's our primary source of income, really. You can also buy the CD from the website. I think they have it on iTunes, and CD Baby also offers the music. But I don't think that people are, unless they're really mainstream, doing a lot with CD sales these days.
Really, I think that we know the record companies are having a lot of trouble selling CDs.
Right.
I know that's the case. Now, you say you do shows. Who does the bookings? How do you get shows?
Well, Bruce has made quite a few connections. We tend to play the same venues. There are venues that we like. Obviously, we don't have the time or the energy to be touring, so we're not doing that sort of thing. But when we play in New York City, we play the same venues on a regular basis. We like to play the Lakeside Lounge down on Avenue B between 10th and 11th Street. We've played Otto's Shrunken Head, and
1849.
yeah, there was another
Yeah,
in the
Mean
village.
Fiddler also.
Mean Fiddler we play in the
Are
city.
they all
but
in New York City?
They're all in New York City, but out here in Larchmont, we play at the Watercolor Cafe, which is one of my absolute favorite places to play, because such tremendous talent has graced that stage. And also we play at Chat 19, which is another really fun venue for us to play, because we can get up there with the band and, really kind of let our hair down. And
Well, you can wear wigs. Some people have hair to let down. And Larchmont, not such a loose kind of place. But that was another question. I mean, how do you manage a career where you might have to travel a little bit? If you get an opportunity to play a gig that's out of the, we'll say, metropolitan area, do you take it?
Well, we came close to getting an offer this summer to play a festival over in Italy. It ultimately fell through because we tried to put it together too late in the game. It was really the last minute. But we were scrambling, and it was a discussion among us who was going to go, who could go, so forth. But essentially, none of us really do a lot of extensive traveling. We're all kind of local.
It's kind of hard to do that. I mean, that's one of the constraints. Where would you like to see this band go? Do you have aspirations for wanting to be nationally known or internationally known?
It would be really cool to get our music out to a wider audience. Maybe to be accepted, maybe to have something break through. We were very fortunate to have a couple of songs played this year on WFUV on Bob Sherman's show, Woody's Children. And that was really exciting for us.
How did he find you?
We sent him music and established a dialogue.
So
And-
sort of the old-fashioned way. I mean, wasn't that the way it used to be? You get to know a DJ and you kept pestering him and play my song and play my song. Why not?
That's how you get gigs at some of the clubs. You send a demo tape
Uh-huh.
with 3 or 4 songs on it. If the guy who manages the club likes the music, he'll give you a show. That's how typically we've done it.
I mean, you have
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
out there. Otherwise, nobody knows you're there.
Right. ultimately, we'd like to get a song in rotation, at a really respected radio station.
In rotation, what does that mean?
On the playlist.
Okay.
Something they play regularly.
I mean, that's changed a lot too. I mean, a lot of things are automated now, aren't they?
Well, depending on what stations you listen to, a lot of these, smaller independent stations like WFUV, I think the DJs have a lot of discretion over what they play.
Have you ever?
I think what Bill is saying is that I don't think there's anybody sitting here who wouldn't really love to become famous for the music, but I think ultimately we each do it just because we love playing and we love music, and it's just one of our passions that we just love getting together once a week and rehearsing, every once in a while playing out, and then doing something like this.
So you'd be happy if it stayed like this and you have some gigs?
Well, now that you mention it, it would be nice to become famous.
We'll see what we can do for you. But it would change everything. I mean, it sounds like now you've pretty much got a manageable commitment. You can.
It's a commitment. We're very happy doing it. I think that we wouldn't be doing it if we weren't enjoying it. Like Jerry said, we do get together once a week. It's a lot of fun. It's really fun to play for people.
It's to see their reactions and kind of see the interaction with other people. I'm kind of interested in two of you who are teachers, Liz and Marjorie. You work with young students. Do you encourage your students to express themselves in some kind of artistic way as well? Are you a model for them, Liz?
Actually, I'm an ESL teacher for adults, so it's actually a little different. But I think they like the fact that I'm a musician because it sort of adds another facet to who I am as a person. So, but no, I so it doesn't really respond to me. Maybe to you.
I try to bring music into the work that I do with the children. I write songs that deal with conflict and how to help solve conflict, and the school's really supportive of that. And the kids love it. I mean, it's so much easier for them to learn through music. It kind of opens their heart, and then it's fun to learn as opposed to learning skills and things like that. So I'm trying to bring music into the workplace more.
It's wonderful to have another avenue, another tack to take, especially with kids who might have more difficulty expressing themselves.
Yeah.
And music is something that the kids all seem to do. I mean, everybody seems to have a guitar or have something, Guitar Hero. I mean, isn't that not the most popular game ever?
Yeah.
Right? Whole families are
Yeah.
doing this for better or for worse.
Yeah.
And I think the technology has really helped a lot of teenagers. A lot of composing is going on, even preteens. They're able to compose in a way that I think was much harder before.
Well, I think the computers allow them to
Yeah.
compose, right? I mean, you can get a program that enables you to compose. Now, how do you, in dentistry, I mean, dentists have traditionally played music. Do you sing to your patients?
Sometimes I do. Yeah. Music's a big part of it. You get a patient in the room, you put on the music. Do you like classical? Do you like rock? Do you like jazz? And we try to, get a nice little vibe going in the operating room, during a procedure. Musically. Some patients rarely say no music, but music's a big part of it.
Did they ever say, I'd like music, but I'd like something else?
We have a pretty
like
wide choice of of music, but yeah, it's one of the choices that the patient makes when they walk in. What kind of music would you like to hear during this procedure?
I
And
remember.
then he plays the Where's Dave?
It doesn't matter what you want, that's what you're going to hear.
That's what they get.
I remember when my older son, who's now a grown-up, had dental work done. He was about 3-4 years old. One of the strategies the dentist employed was music. It was the only way to calm him down, I mean, other than drugs. But it's hard to.
Some patients bring their iPods. They bring their iPods. They hook up and they zone out during a procedure.
Yeah, an important part of life.
Yeah.
Now, the songs all have stories, and whose stories are they? I mean, do you all collaborate on them, or are they mostly your life, Bill?
Well, it depends on who writes the song. The 3 songs that we performed tonight were songs that I wrote. So yes, they are stories of mine.
Okay, and I mean, do you find that life compels you to write stories?
Oh,
of
sure.
Things that happen?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's hysterical. We were coming back from a show that we did at the Lakeside Lounge over the summer. I think it was June or July, and 2 of my friends were in the front seat and I was in the back seat, and there was a conversation going on, and my good friend Mark was saying how his girlfriend wasn't speaking to him again, and John, who was driving, said, well, you know, Mark, why don't you buy her flowers? And Mark said, oh, no, I couldn't possibly do that. I said, absolutely not, it's out of the question. He says, I bought her flowers one time. Got into the biggest fight we've ever gotten into. Flowers just lead to arguments. And I said, you know, that's such a historical line, you know, hysterical lines. I wrote down the line. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought, you know, this is true. We all speak the same language, but sometimes we hear things differently, you know? And it's all about the communication. And a lot of times, or oftentimes, it's communication between the sexes. You know, and there was just a song in that, and that's one of the songs we did tonight.
How long did it take before you actually penned the song?
It took me probably a couple of days writing it and editing it.
So you did it right away. I mean, you
Sure.
be motivated.
Yeah, and then I brought it in and I played it for Marjorie, and she said, I'm not playing that song.
Just one
we
line.
had a disagreement over one line.
I mean, who has the right to refuse? I mean,
Everybody.
So, I mean, if the sentiment of your band members was, we don't really like this, or it's just not good for us,
Yeah,
you'd take a step back.
absolutely.
Okay.
That's the way it works.
Flowers lead to arguments.
Right?
Let's lead to flowers lead to arguments. Right now, I'm going to say thank you all for being my guest. I've enjoyed hearing the music and getting to know you.
Thanks for
Let's
having
let
us.
the
Thank you for
audience-
having us.
It's a
Thank you.
pleasure.
Great.
It's been a
A lot of
pleasure.
fun.
Flowers lead to arguments. I'm Alice Bloom. We'll see you next time.
So smart,